April from Be Pure Beauty again. I just got my box of Alima Pure Cosmetics and I'm so thrilled. I can't wait to open it. I put on a little bit of stuff already, so I thought I would go back and show you from the beginning what my Find Your Shade looked like, and then I used the finishing powder, and then I also used a little bit of the Alima Pure bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and show you from the beginning what it looks like. So far I like it. I got number 1. I was so excited that I already opened it, so that's your Find Your Match 1. But it has all the different colors in it for you to try. I'm just going to be trying out the warm 1, and I think I'll go ahead and try olive 0 too, because I think that might be a good color for me, and see which one, but the olive looks light for me. So we'll see. I have cleaned my face with a Kiehl's rosehip oil because I tend to be red. I'm going to go ahead and use the primer powder, and it's the balancing powder from Alima Pure. So this is the balancing powder, and they look all the same, so it might get confusing sometimes when you're doing your makeup, but it says on the bottom what they are. So I'm going to start with that and just go all over. It comes with this lovely little kabuki brush for you to try. It has a really, really great texture, so I'm going to go ahead and start buffing on. Their directions in the box are to apply the foundations vertically along your jawline. So after I do the primer powder, we're going to do that with the foundations. And I'm just going to put the primer powder everywhere. Okay. So you can see it canceled out a little bit of the redness, but it did a good job of balancing. So far my skin doesn't feel super dry. I'm going to start with the olive and go up along the jawline. You can kind of see it here. It does a great job covering. I'm going to actually do one side with olive and then decide on which color I like best after buffing it all in. So this color looks a little bit light for me, but let's try the other one, warm 1. I have lots of shades to try, but warm 1 seems to be the best for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on the other side. I'll do the little line. You can see it there. And I'm going to go ahead and buff it in. I am so thrilled to try Alima Pure. I love that they're made in Oregon and Portland, a place that I haven't been yet, but I can't wait to visit one day. And they are a B Corp as well as a 1% for the Planet member, which Be Pure Beauty also is 1% for the Planet member. We just really like companies that are environmentally conscious and are supporting the causes for that. So thank you, Alima Pure, for that. So there you have it. I have on warm 1, which is this little guy, and olive and 0. So that's that one. They all have just slightly different shade, and the good thing about this is olive one, is that you can decide if you're in the summertime and you get a little bit of a tan and you want to change that color up, you can do that, or you can have the other colors to check out how your skin looks in the fall and the winter, which we tend to be more pale. So the next thing I'm going to put on is their bronzer. It's a beautiful color, and it's also not terribly dark, which I like a lot. This is Manulau, and it also again is in this beautiful little container, and you don't need a lot. I'm going to use the same kabuki brush. When I'm doing my makeup art, I would change the brush and buff it in with a smaller kabuki or a blush brush, but I do like the consistency and texture of it. I do like how I can do my bronzer and it doesn't look super brown, and it's not shimmery. That's my other thing, is I can't stand it when all bronzers are shimmery. I love shimmer in eyeshadows, but I tend to go for more matte if you want a really natural look. So you can see from one side to the other, it gives my cheeks a little definition, a little warmth, and I'm going to put a little bit more on the other side. And then I like to cheat with bronzer, just to give myself an all-over color on a little bit on the eyelids. I'm going to put some up at the forehead, but the eyelids to me are a great place to put your bronzer before you put on your eyeshadow and your liner and all that, just because it gives you that well-rounded look like you've got a tan. So I'm going to add a little bit more to the other side. And then I will be done with the bronzer. And then I'm going to finish with the Kiko finishing powder. And again, so far the Alima Pure doesn't feel super heavy. It just feels nice and light for my dry skin. I did notice in my driest area, the first time I put it on, that I had some dry spots. So I think I have to be very careful not to put on too much. So finally the Kiko finishing powder, and then you'll have just the final look. Some of you may like just doing a little foundation and powder and being able to run out the door. It's one of my favorite things. And to put on my eyebrows, and then to be able to go out and not have to do any other makeup. So that is my makeup look for, I had already put on my brows, but to be able to go out and do my grocery shopping or run and drop off my daughter at school, I would put on probably this amount of makeup, maybe a little bit of blush. So that's my little tester of Alima Pure, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching Be Pure Beauty.